What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another weekly watch list. In this video, I'm going to share with you 5 stocks that are breaking out right now, so let's jump right in. Okay, now before we jump into the stocks, let's just take a quick look at the market conditions. Starting with the NASDAQ, as you can see, we have broken out of a very clear level of resistance. It has been an amazing 3 weeks in the market, and we continue to run higher, approaching some previous resistance right around 14,500. When we look at the S&P 500, it is a very similar story. A very strong breakout of previous resistance, now trading above both their moving averages and coming up to test previous resistance. The Dow Jones also looks very similar. Very strong 3 weeks, increasing volume, strong green candles, couple of small pullbacks in here, but overall a very healthy and strong breakout. The VIX is coming down to basically 1 and 2 year lows, which is very nice to see. And it looks like the market is kind of settling out and starting to get more comfortable with where rates are at, and that hopefully we might be at the end of this tightening cycle. When it comes to Bitcoin, we have a lot of volatility over the last few days over news and rumors and updates about these Bitcoin and Ether ETFs that are hopefully coming to market soon. I have a long-term position in Bitcoin, so I hope we see those ETFs hit the market in the next couple of weeks would be ideal. But I do think it's going to do well. We are also going into a halving coming into April here. So lots on the agenda ahead for Bitcoin in the next few weeks. West Texas light crude is really interesting. We are in a strong bearish pattern right now. We have pulled back from our highs at 94, now trading at 76, and we're seeing a lot of volatility here. There's basically just competing forces here of supply and demand, and it is driving the price to be a little bit choppy right now. When it comes to earnings, we got a lot of companies kind of reporting on Monday and Tuesday, but not much on Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. We've basically hit the end of earnings season. And so Monday, we've got Zoom. On Tuesday, we got a couple of retailers like Lowe's and Best Buy. And then we've got Nvidia at the after close, and then we got John Deere. So a couple of exciting companies, nothing too crazy here though. Now when it comes to market conditions, like I said, investors are getting to be very optimistic that we could be at the end of this tightening cycle and increasing and rising interest rates from the Fed. And that would mean that you don't have to worry as much. People can be a little bit more calm and collected about their finances and probably spend a little bit more money, which would be good for all of the companies that have stocks that are trading right now. And so that is the reason that we have seen some of the rise over the last little while. We are also starting to see the news around the ETFs start to really pick up here, and inflation has cooled down in the United States. We did 3.7, and then I want to say 3.2 in the last 3 months of inflation in the United States. So the fact that it is coming down is really, really nice to see. We have also seen a huge leadership shakeup at OpenAI. That is the company that has basically created and built ChatGPT. Sam Altman, as well as the president of the company, have both either been fired or resigned. And nobody really knows what's happening. But this was the company that was leading the charge for AI, and they just lost their president and their basically founder and CEO. So very, very interesting dynamics happening in the AI world right now. And I didn't show the lithium price on this watch list, but the prices are still falling. And so we are still watching that one closely. But I do think there's a lot of opportunities in some really safe companies and some really exciting, maybe more risky companies. Start with Royal Bank though, one of the safer companies. You can buy this stock in Canada and the United States. The chart looks pretty much identical. And if you look at all of the Canadian banks right now, they're pretty much all breaking out of this short-term resistance line. They have broken out of resistance. They're crossing above their moving averages. They have strong green candles. They have good volume. And I think that since we have seen 2 pauses in these rate hikes, I think that people are starting to be a little bit more comfortable investing their money back into the banks. We're also starting to see utility companies picking up. Brookfield Renewables, for instance, has like a 7 or 8% yield right now, and they are breaking out. Broke out of the previous resistance, crossed above our moving averages, strong green candle, one red candle on Friday, but we've already broken out of our previous level of resistance, so this is really nice to see. Another one that I'm watching right now is Enbridge. Enbridge has made some big announcements over the last little while, including the acquisition of 3 different companies in the United States, which is going to make them the largest utilities company in North America. They are the dominator. They are the big chief. They are the real backbone of the North American energy transportation system. And so it's very exciting. I like Enbridge long term. I think they're going to be here for a while. They're still investing and building renewable energy assets as well. And so I like it. They're testing a breakout right now. And so if we can break out above this maybe 46, 47 range, I think you pick up a good company with a nice dividend, and you've got some capital appreciation opportunities here as well, back up to 54, 55. Next one here is Shopify. I like Shopify as a company. They have been beat down. This company hit a high of $176 and traded all the way down below $40. And so they have been beat down pretty hard. They have been trading within a channel for the last basically 4 or 5 months right here, and now they're breaking out of this channel, and I like the stock. It's a good company, it's growing quickly, and they're going to be here for a long time. And so if you can catch them on a breakout of previous resistance, I think it's got a long way to run. Now the last stock here is Cloudflare. I've covered these guys a couple of times, and if you look at their stock, ever since June of this year, all the way up until just recently, they've been trading within a channel very similar to Shopify. In the last few days, they have broken out of that channel and given us a buying opportunity. I like the company long term as AI and cloud computing progress. Cloudflare is riding that wave. They've got the wind at their back, and I think they're going to do extremely well over the long term. The company's doing well, they're growing fast, they're well managed, and they're in the right area. Now, if you are interested in seeing any of my trades, I post my portfolio on Blossom, and I also run a Discord chat where I share all of my analysis and my updates. So if you want to stay up to date with what I'm doing, check out my account on Blossom. That is basically a social media website and app for, it's kind of like Facebook, but for stocks. It's really, really cool. Definitely check that out. And if you want to see in-depth and ask me questions, check out my Discord chat. Both the links are down below. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.